Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, Creating with Sarah. So today's video I have a small Shein order. I picked up some Crafty new dies and then a couple of little scrapbooky items. So if you want to check out what they have to offer, then keep on watching. So hey there, welcome back to the channel. So glad that you've clicked on this video. So first and foremost, this isn't sponsored in any way. This is just me finding some more crafty items on Shein to build up my craft collection. Basically dies. So I do have a small die stack here, and then this is just some extra embellishments or just crafty items that I thought I could use to craft up some things for March. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Sarah, all things creating, planning, yet keeping things fun and functional for you. And yeah, let's just jump right in. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to share with you guys some samples later, so make sure you subscribe. I will put in a little video or photo of a banner I just made for my office space. It's super cute, and I just can't wait to make more crafty things. I picked up these alphabet dies. I think they're really cute. They're really tiny though. Just little flags with a little stitching. So down here at the bottom you have two solid flags with no letters. So when you press this through, you'll have the flag with the negative letter, and then it will cut out the inside of the letter. So I hope that makes sense. So I think you get both, and you can place it on these flags or just leave them as is, but I just thought this would be really cute to make a small little banner, or I could use it to spell out something in my planner. You could definitely, it takes some work. I know a lot of this stuff is very crafty, very hands-on, very homemade. I think that's why I like this, because I could do this stuff for hours. But yeah, this is something you could do on your happy planners. If you're coming to my channel for planning, you can add this to your planners to make monthly dividers. You could abbreviate it, but yeah, I just thought this would be cute. Yeah, so I got that little die there. Then I picked up this one. I guess I should take it out of the envelope because it might be hard to see. So this is a flower die. So it cuts out a strip of the flower, and I did buy the tools. So you take these tools here. Oh my gosh, I forgot what they were called, but I will put it in the video what the name is, because I completely forgot and it doesn't really say on here. But you kind of like twist it, you twist the paper until it forms a flower, kind of like when you make a charcuterie board and you take salami or pepperoni and you kind of just keep twirling and twisting it until it forms like a flower. And basically that's what these tools are. They have a little slit in them up at the very top, and there are different sizes of a gap at the top so you can put the paper in. So you take the paper and then you just twirl it around this little tool and it makes a pretty flower. I've never done it before. I've seen tutorials on YouTube, so thank you to all who puts out their tutorials, which I love. It's kind of the thing I came to YouTube for, honestly. But yeah, so I have two different tips of the florals, so I can't wait to play with that. So that's in that one. And then I do have another die here of florals. This is kind of like an all-together plate where it just punches out multiple flowers in different sizes. They look like daisies, and maybe I could layer them. This is what it looks like. It's just a all-in-one little plate, and I'm gonna run this through and it's gonna punch out all those little florals. So that's really pretty. And then I can add little embellishment stickers like gems or pearl stickers to the middle. So that one's really cute and tiny. Then I also got some butterflies. Okay, so I did get some butterflies. This will punch out two different designs, so you have the outer design and the inner design, and you can layer them both, and you can do that in any paper, but this is a smaller die, and just depending on your paper, like the thickness quality with punching out different paper. But I'm going to try to use some vellum because I've been really wanting to play with some butterflies or just some spring dies, and definitely using vellum. I think that would be pretty. So I got some butterflies, and then I did get these 4-leaf clovers. I didn't realize that they were this big. These here, it's a really nice die set. So it has stitching, I have a cross stitching, I have polka dots, and I thought that was a nice set to pick up for St. Patrick's Day. Then this one is a graduation hat and a diploma. I didn't realize it was this small. I thought that it was going to be, I don't know, I thought it was going to be about this big. It's hard to tell in the photos, but that's fine. I did think that this was going to be a little bit larger. My youngest is going to graduate soon, and then I could always just use it to memory keep and add to photos, but basically that's why I got that. My oldest had already graduated, and I made her like this board, and I thought I could punch out the hat and diploma for my youngest graduation party. So I'll have to look for a larger one though, because that's really tiny. Okay, next we have this Polaroid banner. It's all in one. It's a little Polaroid banner on a string or something. I thought that was really cute. It is really tiny though. So this is something that I would have to layer on something because it's really tiny. I thought this was going to be a little bit bigger as well. So I have that. Yeah, that might just be for layering because how small it is. Then I did pick up this grass border. So this is really cute for spring or summer. It's just a little grass border. And I could see myself adding, like, you know, bunnies and eggs and just all kinds of things. I have tons of stamps that would go with this grass border that I could add on cards. I could add on paper crafting projects, or honestly, I could punch it out and put it in my planner. Next, I picked up this tag die set, and it's just multiple tags. They call it like a nesting set. So you have different sizes, and then this one has stitching and a little scallop at the top. So that'll be fun. I like how this is really shorter than the tags that I have. They're really large. And then we already talked about the tools, and then the last die set I bought is this one here. It comes in 2 pieces, but it has all these smaller intricate pieces, which I think is really cute. I love the little like planner detail. So we have like a binder clip, some other paper clips, like a clipboard topper thing. We have different ones, and then this paper clip with the bow on it. I think that's really cute. So I can't wait to punch those out in different colors and kind of just play with them, and maybe possibly add them to my little pocket planners. So I love this one. I can't wait to play with this one. Well, there's a lot I can't wait to play with, but those are all the dies. I like when they come in the little reusable bags. It just makes it easier. But I did buy a little die. Oops, see, this one's so tiny, I almost lost it. So I purchased a little die storage notebook binder thing. I think you guys saw my last haul. It was from Amazon. Again, all of this was from Shein. Those little tools, and then I picked up this green little vintage paper scrap collection. It's just, I think they had different colors, but I got the green for, you know, St. Patrick's Day projects. And green is just like the color for spring. Look how cute this is. It comes packaged. Really cute. I'm just gonna take it out like this. So we just have different scraps of paper. Kind of feels like watercoloring paper. Little tags. So just different scraps cut out in different square shapes. Really pretty. I thought some of these would be stickers, but they're all paper. And some of them look like tags or labels. It's all just paper. Really cute. It's really good for collages and Mod Podge. Of course, junk journaling. So really cute. And then this one here, I think it was one of those things where you just got what you got. And I must have misread that, but I thought it was supposed to be a stack of like 50s, 60s newspaper clippings of like recipes and like barbecue stuff, because that would have been perfect for my 4th of July stash. But this is actually a kid's storybook collection. Not sure on the paper what type of paper this is. It's very thin, and it looks like it's in a different language. Some of it is, some of it's English, but we'll see when I'll ever use this. It's very nursery storybook printed images. But that was everything that I got from Shein. I think what I can do in this video, honestly, I'm not going to talk through it, but I'm going to sit here and cut through some of these items and then store it away. If you would like to stick through this video, I think that's what I'll do. It'll be a longer video, but I'm just going to now go into maybe cutting some of these out and then storing them away. You'd like to stick around. If not, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, stay safe, and happy planning and crafting. Bye. Hey friends, thanks for joining me for a little bit of playing and die cutting some of these out. These turned out really well. I was really excited about how these clovers turned out. Happy about my purchases. Again, these were very inexpensive on Shein. Now, some of the intricate design dies need a little more help, so I have this pokey tool that just gets some of those extra pieces out. I found this tool on Amazon. It's by Spellbinders. And so, for example, this one here, all these multi-flowers, I had to poke out. It cut well, but they're just really stuck to the die. So they turned out really cute. I like them. This cardstock's really heavy, the green and yellow, but I used this blue paper that is very thin. It's actually the paper pad pack from Michael's, the Valentine's one. It's actually kind of like printer paper, so it's really hard to get out the intricate dies with this paperweight, so I don't really suggest it, but the pokey tool does really help. it's better just to use a more heavier cardstock. But here I'm running the flowers again just to share with you that you can layer up the florals if you wanted to. I kind of just left them single and added like an embellishment to the middle. I think I added like a pearl adhesive to it for some of my projects, but they're really cute. I think it was a good purchase. Again, everything is very affordable. These were a little irritating, I'm not gonna lie. I think I don't mind the negative piece. I don't know if I would use the positive piece, which is the solid letter, because they're very, very tiny. I'd probably use a stamp instead, but I do like the negative piece because I can layer over another piece of paper to kind of highlight the letter, if that makes any sense. So these were a little bit challenging, but nonetheless, I'm still excited to play with all these dies. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you stayed through the whole clip, thanks so much. Be sure to give it a like, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care. Bye.